Hi everybody, Elizabeth Cullen here from CNY Physical Therapy and Aquatics. Today I'm going to be showing you some techniques to loosen up your arms and your rib cage. So, the first exercise technique that I'm going to be showing you is going to work on loosening up the side of your rib cage right in through here. So, what you're going to do, you're going to take your hand and put it on the bottom of your rib cage, kind of pushing down. You want to use your hand like this and kind of encompass your bottom of your rib cage, so your hand's flat like this, and you're just drawing it down. Your other hand is going to come up underneath your underneath your armpit, not all the way up, but down like an inch or so. Now both of these hands are going to sink into your body, so you're going to sink in towards your midline, towards your belly button a little bit. Not hard, just like with all the other techniques that I've been showing you recently. You're just sinking in so that your hand doesn't slide on the skin or on your clothing. You want to be able to feel the tissue underneath. So we're sinking in just a little bit. And then my top hand is just going to stay where it is. It's like an anchor. My bottom hand pulls down on the bottom of my rib cage. And now because I've sunk in appropriate depth, my hand's not just sliding on my clothing and on the surface of my skin. It's actually deep in there, and my hand's only moving a little bit because I'm on the actual tissue. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay here for about 3 to 5 minutes. As you start to sink in, you want to take a look at your body and kind of see, is there anywhere I'm holding really tense? A lot of times the arm that's pushing down on the rib cage is going to feel pretty tight and overused a little bit, so check in with yourself. If you're feeling like you're holding it up weird, just let your body relax into it. And just take some nice deep breaths and focus on letting everything kind of relax. You should feel a pretty good stretch all the way through this outside of your rib cage. Now after about 3 to 5 minutes here, we would switch to doing the other side as well. Okay. So the next technique I'm going to show you is going to loosen up the whole rib cage all the way around. So what you're going to do is you take your hand and you put it in the middle of your back. Your other hand is going to go right underneath your rib cage. And then you're going to lean back into the chair a little bit so that your hand rests against your back and that your back is just gently pushing your hand into the back of the chair. Your other hand is going to gently sink down into your stomach. And again, we're not trying to push deep inside our stomach or anything like that. We're just letting it sink in so that it's not on the fat and on the clothing. You want to be on the underlying tissue underneath all of that. So you just sink your hand in just a little bit so you can feel the resistance of the tissue underneath. And we're just going to take some nice deep breaths. In through your nose and out through either your nose or your mouth. And after a few deep breaths, you'll feel your body kind of relax a little bit. And at this point, you can kind of check out and see where else you might be feeling some tightness. So you want to slide your hand up a little bit, see if there's any tension there. If there is, you're going to hold it there, and we'll stay there for about 5 minutes. After that, you'll draw your hand down towards your feet. And again, my hand's not sliding down, it's in against the actual tissue. And I'm pushing down a little bit. And you kind of want to feel like it's sliding through mud a little bit. there's this drag as you slide your hand down, and that's the restrictions of the underlying tissue underneath. And we hang out here. Again, if you find tightness here, you'll hang out here for about 5 minutes as well. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and ease our pressure. Take our hand out from behind our back. And then now I'm going to show you a way to help loosen up your arm. So it sounds kind of silly, but what you're actually going to do is you're going to sit on your hand. Okay? So I'm sitting on my hand, and then I'm just leaning my body away. There's some weight through my hand still, but I'm just leaning my body over to the right side. So if I show you from the front, sitting my hand, and then just leaning over. Now that lean basically pulls the head of the humerus down just a little bit, which gives more space for these muscles to be, but it also helps to relax all the structures through your entire arm. So you're just leaning over just a little bit for about 5 minutes. And you're just going to hang out here. I can feel all this stretch all the way through my arm, up through my neck, and then even into my ear. Now if you can't feel that, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It means you might not be as tight, or you're just not quite used to feeling that tension everywhere through your body. The more you practice this, the more you'll be able to feel different releases throughout your body. So we hang out here for, again, about 5 minutes. And then we come back up. And then we sit on our other hand and lean the other way again. Now you can increase the stretch or change it by moving your head in different positions. If you move it down, it will stretch up through the back of your neck and in towards your shoulder blade. If you move it up, you'll feel it in through the front of your neck. So you can play around with that. If you're feeling some tension when you're doing it, just allow your head to move however it wants, and that will help to relax some of those muscles that you're feeling tense. Go ahead and unsit off your hand. And that's basically it for today, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at cnypt.liz@gmail.com. Have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again.